Do a silent meditation. We invite you to meditate right along with us. And Teri plays music, and we go behind the scenes and we meditate together. And then in about 20 or 25 minutes or so, we come back on and we share with you the messages that Spirit left with us. So please join us in meditation and please stay with us until the end to hear what the message was today. So Teri, let's go ahead and get started. And thank you. We're back. Teri, can I hear you?
Can you hear me?
I sure can. Excellent.
Okay.
Thank you. So when we went into meditation, we were actually taken back to a meditative space where we were 2 years ago, Teri. I don't remember if we were there last year or not, but on Easter 2 years ago with our beautiful soul sister, Deb Goldberg, we were in silent meditation and we were taken to a space in the ethereal realm where there was an immense Easter celebration taking place. And we were taken right back there today. And there were people that were in body and out of body. So those that had already passed over, tons of food, dancing. There were different scenes around this space that depicted the Christ lifetime, crucifixion, risen, all of that. And then what we experienced this time, I don't actually remember from last time, which was being able to sit in Christ's presence and receive a personalized blessing. And I received a blessing, Teri received a blessing, and Teri, are you comfortable sharing the message of your blessing?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, so I grew up going to church, and it was a very strict religion. So the message was always about judgment. You know, what are you doing, and how bad are you being, and you need to be forgiven for whatever that is. And with me this time, when I sat, we were actually kneeling with Christ, and what I heard was, you know, you have done nothing to be forgiven. There is no judgment, that you are worthy. And those are words that I had never heard growing up. I didn't hear that until later in my adult life, that I was worthy, because I always thought of myself as, oh my gosh, I can never be good enough for God. You know, there was always that overriding thought. And with Jesus today, it was like, yes, you are worthy. And what was the other one? The forgiveness part of it. Just stop thinking that everything you do needs forgiveness, because forgiveness, from what I understand and what I've been taught, is inside, is forgiving what's in here, not anybody that we perceive has done anything to us or we've done anything to them. It's just a clearing of that energy. And that's what I was getting from him today. I didn't hear words. Like sometimes I'll hear the actual words of if a master's speaking or the angels, but it was more just a mind to mind transmission, that Christ consciousness that we talked about. It was, I knew what was being said, even though I didn't understand. Like I could hear that there was sound coming. I got the feeling of it and knew what was there. So it's a knowingness. And I just loved my message. It was very emotional as I heard those words again. I can't hear them enough. And I think that's for all of us, that you are worthy and you don't have to earn that worthiness. That was the whole gist of what he was saying. You don't earn it. You are worthy because you are a spark of the divine. You are part of Christ. You are part of God and part of the oneness of all that is. So it was a beautiful message for me today, Ruth. And I loved your message as well. And I can't wait for you to share that with everyone.
I loved that the messages were individualized. It was Christ speaking to us and knowing our hearts and knowing what was on our hearts. It was absolutely beautiful. And what I heard, and again, I didn't see his mouth moving. I didn't see his mouth moving, but I absolutely got the message. And the message I got was, child of God, fear not. I am in your heart and you are in mine. And then I heard the Father is in your heart and you are in his. What a beautiful validation that we are one in the heart with the divine. And then Teri and I were with Christ and both holding onto his hand and just being in that presence. And we didn't want to move. We just, and we both, Teri felt Divine Mother come in. I felt us being led to Divine Mother. It was the same energy and receiving a blessing from her. And then we, Teri, share, please, if you would, the message that you received from the angels last night, because we were talking about wanting to be in closer proximity with others who love Christ as well, and being able to be with folks that love Christ and just being able to be ourselves and wanting that in a community. And then Teri shared her message from the angels.
Yes, every night the angels give a message for all of us, not just for me, but for anyone who is open to hearing messages of love and light. So last night, I was talking to the angels about how sometimes I get impatient with wanting what I want, and knowing in my heart that there is something that I want to experience, that I'm supposed to experience in this lifetime. And so they shared with me that when you see it real and feel it real in your heart, as you hold that knowingness, you are drawing closer to it. You were given the images and the burning desires to help you remember your path. Know that the fruition of all that you have envisioned is already there. So if you're feeling a bit impatient with not being able to touch it and see it, release that frustration and replace it with belief and trust that everything is happening in divine time. We do get impatient, don't we? And we want what we want. We want what our heart says. You're supposed to be on that path. You're supposed to be doing that, or you're supposed to have this person in your life or that thing in your life. And like Ruth was saying, she's got this burning desire to be around more people that are talking about Christ and immersed in that Christ consciousness. Mm-hmm. Hold it real, see it real, and it's going to be right in front of your face. And we were talking about the possibility of what we could do. How can we make that happen? That's real. And I know that was an inspired thought as we were discussing it, and it's going to happen. So I feel that it's coming very soon, that we will be holding those roundtable discussions about how Christ has impacted our lives and our love for Christ, and discussing it more and holding it real in front of others that are so hungry, like you are, Ruth, for just being immersed in that energy.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So we are talking about what we can bring to Enlightened World Network that would give folks that safe place to be together and to just acknowledge that love for Christ. So yeah. So anyway, Teri, thank you so much for this beautiful message today.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone who tuned in today on this Easter Sunday. We know you have choices. We know that you have busy lives, but thank you for taking a moment out for yourself to immerse in this energy of love and light, because it is unconditional.
That's beautiful. Thank you, Teri. Friends, thank you for being here. Take good care. God bless. We'll see you soon.
Bye, everyone. Happy